Hi, I am Jacqueline Ortiz, the Self Love Diva, and this is the first video in a multi-part dating series video. And I have a question for you, of course. Are you better off single than settled? For me, it's not even a question. It's like absolutely it's better to be single than settled. It's better to be single than in a relationship where you're not happy, where he's not Mr. Right or in the right relationship. And you're probably nodding in your head, oh yeah, Jacqueline, I agree with you. I'd rather be single than settled. But guess what? So many times we say something, but we don't do something because, and I'm not pointing fingers because I'm guilty of that too. I stay in a relationship way past the expiration date, actually multiple relationships, way past the relationship, like in a 20-year marriage. And you know what happens? We start to think after all this time and all these years, you know what? We pray and we hope that things will get better. Or we justify it. We justify and say, you know what? Now it's not a good time for a breakup because it's the holidays. Financially, it's not a good time. Or he's under so much stress. Or I'm under so much stress with work. Or when I get in better shape. Or when I feel better. Or the sex is so good, the passion is so good, I want to give that up. Whatever the reason, we start to justify it and we start thinking it's not a convenient time. So what happens is we settle for the time being. For now, we'll settle with Mr. Right now instead of Mr. Right forever until it's a more convenient time. But I got news for you. It's never a convenient time because what happens is time will start ticking by and before you know it, 3, 5, 10 years goes by and now you're thinking, oh my God, after all these years, I don't want to just quit and just waste all those years. But I got news for you. Time is going to keep ticking by as you're thinking that. And you're going to wake up and you're going to wish 5, 10 years before you had done something about it. Because it is time, it's now or never, to actually realize how precious life is, how time is so valuable, how time goes like wait like that. And it's time for you to decide either you're going to deep dive into the relationship and really focus on the relationship and make it work, or most likely, if he's not Mr. Right and you're not in the right relationship, it's not progressing the way you want it, like into moving in or marriage, most likely what's going to be is you're going to need to break it off and take a leap into being single and ready to mingle. So, whatever you decide to do, is now is the time to do it. Don't let time pass you by and then you have more regret. Because what happens is it's like a triple whammy when you keep wasting time and with Mr. Wrong or not Mr. Right or in the right relationship. Whatever happens is that it becomes a triple whammy where you're signaling to yourself and the universe that you don't feel or think you're good enough or worthy of Mr. Right forevermore or in the right relationship to attract and keep that level of relationship. Or number two, you're not going to be feeling happy and really fulfilled and living a passionate life in the meantime. And number three, when you're in a relationship with someone, that person is taking energetic space and physical, of course, but energetic space that it makes it really, really impossible or extremely difficult to attract a healthy, loving relationship with Mr. Right. So you have to create a vacuum and space to energetically attract a healthy relationship. Okay, we're going to do a quick exercise for both single and women in committed relationships. And it's just a quickie, and then later on, I hope you expand on it. But in the meantime, if it's safe to do so and you're not driving, close your eyes. Tune in, close your eyes, and deep dive into your heart and soul. And take a deep, deep breath, slow, hold for 4, and release. And repeat, take a deep breath, drop into your heart, release, and drop into your heart. I want to ask all the single women, have you ever settled for a relationship for less than Mr. Right? If so, why? Ask yourself honestly, why have you settled in the past? Is it because you felt you weren't good enough? You didn't want to be alone? Or you're afraid you wouldn't find someone better? Be honest. Why? And for all the women in relationships, ask yourself, is this current relationship with Mr. Right or Mr. Right now? Is this the right relationship forevermore or just for now? And if it's not Mr. Right forevermore and not the right relationship, ask yourself why you're still in it. What's the payoff? Why are you still in it? Is it because you feel you're not good enough? Don't want to be alone? Or you're afraid you won't find someone better? Now imagine, fast forward into the future, knowing that you settled for a relationship that was less than. How would that make you feel 3 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now? How will you feel? What will your life feel like knowing in your heart of hearts that you settled for less than? How would that feel 3 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now? Knowing that you settled for less than. How will you feel at a heart level? Okay, come back to me. I hope you expand on that exercise when you have more time. But in the meantime, I just want to tell you from my personal experience and experience with my coaching clients that I coach, your life will start to feel flatlined, bland, boring, flatlined, lackluster life. You'll be surviving, not thriving. And with time, you start to feel almost like a noose around your neck. You start to feel like claustrophobic and anxious, and you start to feel unexcited, unenthusiastic about life, about living, just going through the motions day in and day out. It won't be a life worth living and celebrating, like what I always say I want for you. And what I want you to recognize is that you are all divine divas, worthy, absolutely worthy of a loving, deeply connected relationship with Mr. Right forevermore. And that's what I want for you. Also, in the next video, we're going to discuss how you can learn what it is and clarify what it is you want in Mr. Right forevermore. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, please give a thumbs up, like, share, and comment. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so now. Also, below is a link to my free ebook. You could grab it, it's free, and it has extraordinary exercises and tidbits and strategies to transform your life from ordinary to extraordinary. A life worth living and celebrating, and that's what I want for every one of you. So grab the book now. Love and kisses. Till next time. Bye.